Welcome. Please sit in the chair. The show is about to begin.
See, what they should have done is throw the first overseer into the chamber and then immediately try to figure out what's actually going on in there. You would essentially have the first year free. During that time, they could have tried sending scouting parties into the chamber and set up cameras. That way, they could have figured out the mechanism behind the killings and... Yes, I know I have the benefit of hindsight. Can you just let me vent for a bit? Damn it, now I've lost my train of thought. No, of course I would have figured something out. I mean... I don't know. Maybe I would have sent a few people down there too, but not 16 for fuck's sake. They clearly stopped trying after the 5th or 6th poor schmuck. You know, the ultimate irony is that the last 5 survivors realized that they should never have used democracy as an excuse, just like that ombudsman said. But then, they immediately decided to use majority consensus to commit suicide, even though one of them clearly didn't want to go through with it. I mean, by all means, blow your own brains out, but don't try to force your guilt onto someone else. And at the end of the day, what could you possibly learn from all that? Tell me, Voltec, is it how many people a society is willing to kill just to keep themselves alive? Is it how they would justify something like that to themselves? Well, if it's the latter, then for God's sake, don't let House know about it. He'll be using Vault 11 to vindicate his dreams of an autocratic state for the rest of our lives, and beyond. But was that experiment even applicable to the real world? Oh hey Ramos, ignore me. I just had my mind slightly blown by the sheer lunacy of this world. You know, it's been one of those days. But anyway, yeah, you've made a lot of people complicit in murder, but only by threatening to kill everybody and trapping them in a giant cage at the same time. It's about as contrived as you can possibly get. Oh wow, it turns out if you apply massive pressure to a person's head, they die. What an amazing discovery. Unless Voltec plan to keep their own people in some kind of enclosed environment as well, you know, the ones who actually matter according to them, I just don't see how this could have been useful to them. If for some reason a society like Vault 11 existed on the surface, people could just leave. Actually, no, my thinking isn't twisted enough to fully emulate Voltec's train of thought. For all I know, this whole thing was a way to settle a political debate. Oh yeah, that sounds more like Voltec, in which case, get fucked, Democratic supporter. That's 1 point to the autocrats. Anyway, can somebody please take these components off my hands? One of them is covered with fungal spores, and another one is soaked with radioactive water. I don't think I'm qualified to take responsibility for these.
Good to see you. Alive, that is. Have you found all of the components yet?
If you pulled your head out of whatever mole-rat hole it's stuck in, then you would already know the answer to that question, because you would have fucking heard me just now. Yes, take them. I have no guarantees that they'll work. They weren't exactly kept in ideal environments. Either way, you better make them last.
Really? I mean, that's great. I knew you could do it all along. I'll get right to work installing these. Why don't you go tell the Elder the good news? I'm sure it'll be a huge load off of his shoulders.
Not to mention mine. I had to go through 5 different kinds of hell to get those. Well, maybe not Vault 3. I raised hell in there.
You're being watched, so don't get any ideas.
Lady, if you're still breathing this time tomorrow, just know that it's all because of me and my ideas. I'm sure Lorenzo will tell you all about it.
The reports say Mr. House's robots are now using tech we've never heard of. We need to send a team up there soon.
Oh yes, part of that tech is pre-war television, and it actually works. The wonders of the old world, everybody. But in all seriousness, I cannot believe these guys are still this hostile after everything I've done. I guess McNamara's been keeping shit close to his chest. Well, that needs to change. I did not do all this just to remain anonymous. People here need to know exactly why they need me as a friend. It's literally for their own good. But let's start with the Elder and work our way down. Hey, I'm approaching very slowly and respectfully, so don't give me any shit, alright? Hey, Big Mac Daddy, how's it going? Still breathing? Good.
Back again, I see. Have you found all the components we need?
Have I ever? Lorenzo's working on them right now. Those vaults? Good fucking grief, you would not believe what's down there. Every single one of them had a supercomputer of some kind. God knows what kind of data is in there. Too bad the reactors are gonna...
Good news for a change.
Well, yes, but...
Your efforts have humbled me, outsider. You have done more than I could expect.
Oh, thank you.
Even from my brothers.
But...
Moreover, I've been going over the scouts' reports, and keep coming up with the same conclusion. The NCR is not the threat I've believed it to be. We should not have had to rely on your help in this crisis. I believed my actions were guided by caution and prudence, but I now see the truth. People called me a hero after what happened at Helios, but I left that battle scarred by fear, and have allowed that weakness to govern my actions. That ends now. I will undo the wrong I have done my brethren and lift the lockdown. With luck, we will once again flourish. Please, take this. It is a small token of my thanks, and scarcely begins to repay the debt owed you, but is all I am allowed to give an outsider. This key will allow you to use our safe house to the northeast. I hope it will prove useful in your travels.
Well, I appreciate that, but I need to tell you about the reactors in those vaults. They're taking time bombs that's gonna... Where are you going? Hello? You in danger? Well, I'm sticking around until we have this talk, so, do you have a waiting room? Fucking hell, that speech was something. I've never been so inspired by so much fantastic delusions in my life. Oh sure, McNamara, Big Mac Daddy, you will definitely rebuild your lost glory. I'm sure the NCR is just gonna sit to the side and watch. Shit. That's not gonna help my argument with House. The Elder is making my life a hell of a lot more difficult, but one step at a time. Let's make sure everybody's on the same page. Hardin.
Hello.
You must be a very happy man right now.
It looks like you've managed to talk some sense into the Elder Outsider. Be assured I'll still be keeping an eye on him. Your efforts to help this chapter are not unappreciated. Now what can I do for you?
Right now, I just want you to take a good look at the Brotherhood and focus more on what you can do instead of what you want to do. You are in no shape to start any fights right now. I shouldn't have to tell you that. But if you're really desperate to get out there and start reclaiming the wasteland, start with the vaults. I tried to tell the Elder, but I think he's too busy basking in his own glory right now to listen. We'll have this conversation again soon.
Bye.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I realize that your true calling as a group is to resolve problems like the Vault reactors, relics of the old world that could destroy everything in their path without proper maintenance. The thing is, you guys need to get your priorities straight. Try to distinguish between that kind of technology and the tech that people need to rebuild society. Hell, if you think pre-war tech is dangerous in the wrong hands, how about teaching people why they can be so dangerous and how they can mitigate that? But again, one step at a time. You think I'm just making noise right now, but I'm gonna make sure you understand. You just wait. In fact, let's get the ball rolling right now. Elder?
Welcome, Outsider, welcome. The lockdown has been officially lifted, and everyone seems to be in good spirits. With the surface open to us once again, Hardin's already started talk of sending a force out to attack Helios, but I hope to dissuade him. What can I do for you?
Wait, he has? That slimy bastard didn't mention anything to me just now. Fucking hell, am I just wasting my breath with that guy? Anyway, I heard your announcement to the bunker. Very dramatic. Interesting how you didn't emphasize on the fact that it was an outsider who made all this possible. You don't think the others are ready to accept that? Well, you made me realize something. I'm not gonna get anywhere with you guys unless I'm actually one of you. So, how about it? How do I join the Brotherhood?
You've certainly earned the right, but I'm afraid there's a slight matter of protocol that must be dealt with first.
Of course.
Exceptional individuals, like yourself, are sometimes allowed to join the Brotherhood if they perform a valuable service for it. While your actions up to this point have been commendable, I am afraid they don't quite qualify as such a service.
They don't?
However, I do have another task that fits the bill rather nicely. Would you consider undertaking it?
Hang on a minute. Going into 5 different vaults doesn't qualify? Saving the bunker doesn't qualify? Hell, saving your career doesn't qualify. Holy shit, am I supposed to retrieve the Book of Knowledge from the Machine God or something? What the hell kind of task are you thinking of?
Do not hesitate, my friend. Learn from my mistake and go boldly, one way or the other.
Are you honestly comparing my reaction to how you handled the lockdown? There's a difference between hesitation and bewilderment. Feel free to interpret that as me accepting your challenge, but ultimately, it's up to me to actually do it. So just tell me what this is about.
As one of our patrols discovered, the mutants just to the northeast have become strangely violent in the years we were secluded. However, this turn of events could also be an opportunity. We mostly left the equipment of the communications array there alone, out of respect. As the inhabitants have now proven themselves hostile, no more respect will be accorded them, making their equipment fair game. I want you to head up to the summit of Black Mountain and install this remote signal transmitter in one of their consoles. It will allow us to tap into the radar and other detection systems running there, assuming they're still operational. If we're going to operate on the surface again, it would be nice to do so with as much information at our fingertips as possible. Good luck.
Oh, so the big challenge is just a group of super mutants? How is that more difficult than the vaults? You don't know what was down there, man. I can shoot mutants. In fact, I have already. That makes this easier by default. If this is all it takes, then I'll be back before dinner. But first, I'm gonna need some expert help.
Nice children shouldn't play in places like that, dearie.
I know, Grandma, I'm sorry, but your granddaughter Veronica needed me. The family has to look out for each other, wouldn't you agree?
Of course, dearie.
Not that it was easy, mind you. I mean, this path we're taking right now was absolute hell.
It's getting dangerous out there in the wasteland.
No kidding. That thing right there nearly took my nipples off. I wish I was joking there. Thank God for the demon gun and painkillers. A lot of painkillers.
Sweetie, leave that messy business to Leo.
Oh, I wish you two were there, Grandma. That would have been a very different fight. But you know those silly humans. They might have shot you on sight. Don't worry, we took care of ourselves in the end. But right now, we could definitely use your help, Grandma. See those satellite dishes? Apparently there are mutants up there. We might need you to persuade them to let us through.
No need to get into that mess, sweetheart.
Well, I wish there was another way, but I have to for very important reasons. Please, Grandma, I'm not asking for much. I would have to go up there by myself. You wouldn't want that, would you?
Well, all right then, dearie.
Ah, you're the best giant blue mutant grandmother anyone can ask for, and don't you forget it. Yeah, I bet the Elder didn't think I would use this kind of strategy. This is what the Brotherhood needs to learn to do. Think outside the box. There's always more than one way to skin a dog. What the hell? Oh shit, here we go.
This is a dangerous place, human, especially for your kind. I suggest you turn back. There's nothing good waiting for you further on.
Oh, wow, you're friendlier than I expected. I guess it's not as rare for mutants as I thought.
Keep saying things like that and I won't be so friendly. Not every super mutant is a brain-damaged brute. Many of us are just as intelligent as basic humans, and the rest don't really have any choice in the matter, do they?
Hey man, I was told to expect some pretty hostile mutants here, so what was I supposed to think? But my apologies, I didn't mean any offense.
And none taken, since you apologized.
Okay, good. Besides, do I really look like someone who doesn't know a thing or two about mutants? Look who I have with me. That's my grandmother, in case you're wondering, and no, I'm not going to elaborate. So, what's happening around here? Why did people warn me about this place?
You must have heard her radio broadcasts. Though why a human would follow her invitation here is beyond me, unless you didn't listen very closely. The voice on the radio belongs to Tabitha, the supreme commander of Black Mountain, or as she calls it, the state of Utopatha. She took control of this place almost 2 years ago. The super mutants here do whatever she says, and she says humans are to be killed on sight.
I won't let you hurt my babies.
Grandma, please! He's not that bad, or indeed that stupid, is he? But no, I'm not here because of the radio broadcast. I don't listen to the radio. It's too distracting. I can't hear myself think. So, how did she take control? What happened to the previous leader?
For years, Black Mountain was a peaceful community. Its leader, Marcus, broadcast an invitation to mutants throughout the wasteland. That's how I found Black Mountain. So did others, most of them second-generation mutants. Marcus welcomed everyone. That was his mistake. The community ended up being mostly second-gen, not very bright, but easy to influence. Fine until the Nightkin came along, led by Tabitha. In a week, she had most of the second-gens thinking she was some kind of prophet, and that she should be broadcasting her truth, not Marcus. Marcus saw what was coming and decided to leave before things got out of hand. He smashed the radio and left to found Jacobstown.
Marcus, huh? Yeah, I've already met him. The guy's dedicated, isn't he? Unfortunately, it seems like he didn't learn his lesson. There's another Nightkin over there who held a lot of sway for the big blue boys, and let's just say the situation was eerily similar to what you described until I came along. So he smashed the radio before he left, huh? Not thoroughly enough, it seems.
There's a sad story behind that. Marcus smashed it just fine, but while we were gone, some ghoul named Raoul came along. Tabitha turned him into her personal mechanic. A slave, really. See, if I'd been standing down here, I could have warned him before it was too late.
Ah, well, in that case, he should have just set fire to the whole thing and then put it out with water. That would have thoroughly destroyed any electronic device. The mechanic would have needed to build a whole new radio from scratch. So why are you here instead of Jacobstown? I doubt this Tabitha would appreciate what you're doing right now.
Marcus sent me here a couple of months ago to check on Black Mountain. I suppose you could say I came here as a spy. But with no signs of Tabitha's weakening and none of the second gens ready to revolt or to come to Jacobstown, there wasn't much I could do. Down here, on the other hand, I've saved a dozen mutants from heading up the mountain. It's not much, but it's something. I have my own reasons to stay away from Jacobstown for a while. Reasons we won't be discussing. So I've stayed here.
But is Tabitha unaware that you're turning away new mutants? Because if she is aware, then it's only going to be a matter of time before she tries to kill you. Your situation is not sustainable. Good thing it might be changing soon. Let's say I'm an idiot, which is a valid interpretation, and decides to go up there anyway. What am I going to find along the way?
The road is a series of switchbacks up to the peak. There are 3 blockades plus patrols. Sneaking past them would be difficult. Just before the peak is a kind of shanty village. More second gens there. And then there's Tabitha's compound, heavily guarded by her nightkin.
Ah, good old nightkins. Those chupacabras and I go back a long way. Don't ask.
The nightkin are vicious in combat, and that's if you see them coming. Most don't. They were created to be soldiers and given devices to camouflage them in battle. Unfortunately, the devices drove most of them mad over time. They spend most of their time at the top of the mountain, but patrol the roads after dark as well. You do well to avoid the mountain at night.
Oh, trust me, I am well aware of their situation. Next time you're in Jacobstown, ask Marcus about what I did there. Let's just say they have a different opinion about me after that. Also, have you not realized that my grandmother is also a nightkin? I know what they can do, alright? But anyway, by the sound of things, Tabitha isn't losing her grip anytime soon, so we need to act. One way or another, I need to get up the mountain, so if you want our help, then now will be the time.
Help would improve the odds. Help might just make the difference. All right, if you're good enough at what you do to meet me in the village up near the peak, we can talk further. I'll have a plan by the time I see you, if I see you. Good luck. It's going to be a lot harder for you to get up there than it will be for me.
Well, I do have my own mutant with me, so we'll just see about that. Okay, so here's the plan. We'll pretend that Grandma heard the broadcasts and that she wants to join Tabitha. I am a captured merchant with valuable goods that she's offering as a gift to secure her place here. Once we get up to the summit, we take Tabitha out, activate the radio for the Brotherhood, and then we come back down. Marcus can work his magic in his own time.
Don't worry, Pumpkin. Grandma's here to help.
I know you are, Grandma. That's why you're the best. Why wouldn't it work? You think the patrols would attack a fellow mutant? A nightkin, no less. Surely this Tabitha would love to have another nightkin on board. Besides, if this doesn't work and it comes down to a fight, then they're in for a big surprise. This puny human has killed Deathclaws. He's got the firepower to prove it. Well, there they are. Besides, I don't think Marcus would appreciate it if we just went on a killing spree. He wants these guys saved, not dead. Okay, avoid eye contact and don't talk back. That's what prisoners do, right? It's gonna be alright. Wait, no!
We come in peace.
Well, so much for the plan. I don't... Oh my god, no, sir! No, that is excessive. Put it away. Oh, Grandma, no! I can't get a clean shot. Grandma... Oh, I definitely shot her there. Oh, fuck me.
Why won't you behave?
That went from bad to shit on every corner of the room in record time. Grandma, are you okay?
Grandma's head hurts.
I honestly thought your head would be the least of your concerns. Fuck me, you don't even look singed. I guess super mutant skins are fireproof? Let's not confirm that. He pulled out a grenade, you didn't see that? But never mind that, look at this thing. It's a flamethrower of some kind. Oh, it's about as long as I am tall. That is just straight up evil, sir. Well, to hell with being diplomatic. If Marcus doesn't like it, he can go fuck himself. Assuming he still has the anatomy for that. But I tried, okay? I tried. We could have used stealth boys, I guess, but considering everything I've been told by this point, I would have to actively want Grandma to lose her marbles. And you know what? I have a feeling this is what the other mutant expected me to do in the first place. Well, I'm hardly an expert on mutant psychology, even though I can apparently influence a qualified neurosurgeon on experimental protocols. Did you say something? Oh god, the air is shimmering! It wants blood! Okay, yeah, there's no way we could have used a more subtle approach. How are we supposed to out-sneak the stealth experts? When in doubt, always force your opponents to fight on your terms, which in this case involves a light machine gun. Anyway, I'm actually kind of curious about this radio broadcast. This Tabitha must be pretty charismatic to outcompete Marcus. Oh boy, another day, another dead NCR trooper. Those guys are not great at retrieving the dead, are they? First that Ranger Esteban, then that guy in Vault 11, and now this. I wonder how long it's gonna be before they attempt the Bitter Springs operation here. There won't be any dead children, I guess. Okay, God, you don't like that idea. That's good to know. Now, where were you when the Legion was doing that left, right, and center? Don't tell me you actually have a thing for big men in red skirts. Well, there's the second checkpoint. I think it's time for the cannon to have a go at these guys. How will they hold up compared to Deathclaws, I wonder? They are wearing armor. In the ass! Okay, that was an easy question to answer. And in the meantime, we can also conclude that super mutants have very limited hearing capacity.
Did you hear something, Leo?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Don't worry, Grandma, I'm just giving them a friendly slap on the cheeks. That puts them to sleep. Watch this. Okay, try again. Wow, that guy has an armored ass. The slap isn't working anymore, Grandma.
Leo's going to give you such a battling. You won't be able to sit down for a week.
Yeah, well, please do that to his friend, Grandma. Ah! Oh, God! I've got shrapnel! Shrapnel in my arm! Oh my God! Pull it out! Gotta pull it out! Oh! Oh! Oh, that was bad. I thought the body armor would protect against that. Turns out the sleeves won't protect you from shit.
It's okay, sweetheart. The bad people are all gone now.
The bad people from this checkpoint? Sure. We have one more to deal with, and then we've got more of them in the main compound. I still maintain that the Volts were more dangerous, but I'm starting to see why McNamara thought this place would be a worthy challenge. I mean, I've killed Deathclaws, but they can't shoot back at you. Imagine if you could somehow train and then weaponize Deathclaws, mount turret guns on their backs or something. Now that would be the ultimate super mutant. Even Nightkins would have to bend over in front of them. But that would be so impractical. I never understood the pre-war obsession with creating super soldiers. They already achieved a similar result by inventing power armor. The difference being that once the war is over, the soldier can take the armor off. You can't do that if your whole body is the weapon. Okay, let's try this again. Ass. What the fuck? How can you shrug that off? Do you have a metal hip? Ow. Okay, let's try the heart this time. Grandma, no! Oh my God, did I just shoot her? You made me shoot an old woman! Ow! Oh, God of explosions, why are you doing this to me now?
I've been nothing but faithful, you old fuck!
Wow, that was a delayed explosion. Please lie down, holy shit. Wow. I like to imagine that guy was still alive until he hit the floor. If you have to die, then you gotta go with style. Anyway, are you okay, Grandma? Did you, feel something hit you really hard in the back?
The bad men have all gone away, sweetness. Grandma's here to protect you.
Oh, great. Pretend I didn't say anything. But anyway, I'm getting a bit concerned by what's gonna happen to these mutants after Tabitha is gone. Assuming any of them are still alive by the end of the day, I don't have a great track record when it comes to survivors, I have to admit. But seriously, what happens to a cult after the cult leader is dead? These mutants especially seems to have problems finding purpose after the leader is gone. We already saw what happened to that guy in Repcon with the Brahmin skull. Marcus needs to get these guys under control quick, otherwise we're gonna find them taking orders from a dead mole rat or something. Yeah, I concur, God. These guys will worship anything. Granted, there are plenty of wacko religions out there already, but they don't have superhuman worshippers carrying out their divine mission. Good luck turning away those missionaries. Guys, are you okay? Oh shit, there are more Nightkins out there. We don't have time to hear about you, invisible prophet. I already have the God of Explosions and the Machine God on my shortlist. I don't have room for a third deity. Alright, God of Explosions, show them your worth.
Feel free to go off any time now.
Wow, late again, huh? Oh shit! This ain't a construction site and I'm not wearing a hard hat! Where's your fucking foreman? I have a complaint! Holy shit, somebody needs to tell them that this is not what sledgehammers were designed for. Fuck me, that would have been scary even if I was wearing power armor. I mean, sure, it wouldn't have caused any serious damage, but imagine the noise and vibrations. It would be like standing underneath a giant bell and then giving it a good whack. Really? It's like that for you when you get shot? Huh. Never thought about that before. I hope you have something inside to dampen the vibrations. Can't imagine it's any good for your internal components. Okay. Yeah, let's get the Radix in my system right now. The radiation is getting higher the closer we get to the summit. Why the hell is that? Oh, that crater might explain a few things. Fuck me, this place took a direct hit.
I wonder if Marcus knows about this place.
Grandma, I thought I was joking about the hearing thing earlier. That other mutant told us this used to be Marcus's old base. I have to say, Jacobstown is a hell of a lot better than here. It was a pre-war resort for the rich. You could do a hell of a lot worse. Now, just a minute. Well, that guy didn't know what he was missing, and now he never will. Seriously though, is this the shanty village that other mutant was talking about? This is an absolutely terrible place to live. I mean, what is this? A giant satellite dish? It barely protects you from the elements. This Tabitha is not very good at providing for her people. They're practically sleeping on the floor. At least get some mattresses, for fuck's sake. Wow, that's a lot of caps. Holy shit, these guys are loaded. And yet they're still living like this. Seriously, guys, you can afford to get some mattresses. Even the fiends weren't living like this. See, this is why I tried the diplomatic approach first. I didn't want to kill any of them. I was hoping to get them to Jacobstown so they can finally experience a peaceful and comfortable life. But no, they had to open fire. Which meant that I could only deliver them the opposite of peace, comfort, and, well, life. This is why no one should ever reject my initial offers. Well, House is slightly different. He has a lot of power, so naturally he thinks he's in the position to reject my initial offer. Well, I'm gonna give him some leeway on this and try to make that offer seem a bit more enticing. What the hell is that noise? Oh, it's you! Hey, guess what? The guy with very large guns survived the trip. Oh shit, did I press something? Ooh. They're expecting a mutant, aren't they? Dumb? Dumb? We stupid, but we not dumb! You dumb! You so dumb! We killed Nightkin! And you don't know! So who's dumb? Oh, you don't do that! We sentence you to death! Oh, she's not there anymore, is she? Well, that was not part of anyone's plan, but oh boy, I can't wait to see how this turns out. Let the Civil War commence. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, I see you, Chupacabra. I know what to look out for. Oh! Man, that thing really wants to go kill some dum-dums. Well, you go right ahead, sir or madam. I'm sure this won't discourage new mutants from coming here at all. And surprise, surprise, Tabitha herself is nowhere to be seen. Cult leaders are all alike, it seems, whether they're human or otherwise. Hey, thanks for the backup, by the way.
A pleasant surprise to see you made it. I'm ready to get started if you are.
Get started? What the hell do you think I was doing just now? The battle is already underway, so whatever your plan is, I hope it's still valid.
Here's the plan. The gate to Tabitha's compound is guarded by several Nightkin, all of them using devices that make them invisible. I'm going to draw them away from the gate by telling them I spotted an intruder in the village. Then you slip in.
Intruders in the village. So, in other words, you're telling them that you spotted me and my friends right here? Are you sure you're on my side? Because I'm not.
Yes. So try to stay out of sight, because they'll be coming this way.
Well, for the record, there are so many flaws with this idea that by the time I'm done listing them, they would already be here, so I'm just gonna assume there's gonna be another fight, and you won't be joining us. Again. Yeah, I don't think that mutant actually wants us to survive this, presumably so he can claim all the credit for killing Tabitha. Oh! Oh no, not again! The Mojave is hot enough, we don't need this here! Oh my god, everything's on fire, and I can't see a damn thing! Did I just shoot Grandma? I have no fucking idea. Let's just pretend I didn't, shall we? So, was that the only one? That was all the great plan managed to accomplish? You know, I can't help but feel like we were doing better on our own.
I've done what I can. The rest is up to you, human.
Implying that you did anything in the first place. All you managed to do was put my grandma in danger. That said, I don't know how you're just shrugging that off. He set you on fire.
That wasn't a nice thing to do.
Well, it didn't seem to matter that much, but you're right, it really wasn't. What did you say? Oh, good lord! That was worse than a grenade, you fuck! God of Explosions? I would like to formally withdraw my membership. You can keep my tributes, though. I don't really want any of those explosions back. Thank you very much.